Penny Wittbrodt stood in a sterile hospital room, her hands steady as she adjusted an IV drip. As a veteran critical care nurse, she had witnessed hundreds of souls depart. She knew the mechanics of death, the silence after the final breath, and the heavy grief of families left behind. For years, she believed she understood everything about the end of life. She was a master of the clinical, a guardian at the gates of the unknown, never realizing that her own turn was coming. Then, the unthinkable happened. A sudden, violent allergic reaction seized her throat. Her body collapsed, and her heart stopped beating. But in that absolute darkness, she did not fade away. Instead, her consciousness expanded, breaking free from the physical shell. She found herself standing before a brilliant, singular being of light. The judgment began, but it was nothing like the ledgers of heaven she had once imagined. She was pulled into a panoramic reliving of her entire life. She was not a mere spectator. She felt every word she had ever uttered, not from her own perspective, but from the perspective of the person who heard it. She felt the sharp sting of her own impatience when she had once rushed past a suffering patient in the hallway. She felt the genuine warmth of her hand resting on a stranger's shoulder. To her surprise, her medical career, her degrees, and her professional accolades were nowhere to be found. They held no weight in this realm of light. Only the small, seemingly insignificant acts of kindness remained. A quiet pause at a bedside. A moment of genuine eye contact. These were the only things that endured the fire of judgment. She realized that every interaction she thought was minor was actually a monument in the lives of others. When she was revived, the world looked different. Penny returned to her duties, but her soul had shifted. She no longer moved with a hurried clip. She began to slow down, looking every person in the eye. She shares her story now to remind us all. Your resume means nothing at the end. Your kindness is everything. The next person you encounter is not a small moment. Slow down. Look at them. Everything you do leaves a mark that lasts forever.